Hey guys, Rick with Rick's Toy Room, and I am here today with another Collecting 101, this time on hunting. Not animals, but action figures, toys, collectibles, etc. So this video came out of a conversation with one of my subscribers, and they were asking if I could do this, just kind of to talk about like tips, tricks, etc. And that is one of the key things to know about hunting. So let's get into it. First and foremost, this is my personal experience. This is my process. This is my way of doing this. Every single collector is going to have their own honey pots. They are going to have their own ways of handling certain situations they run into. They're going to have their own method to everything. And every single store is going to have a different reaction to you as a collector as well. So this is not by any means any type of rule set. This is how you have to do it, because it's just not the case. Everything's different, and it's no different than fishing or real hunting, etc. either, right? Like there are every fisher has their own like their little thing that makes their bait better or whatever, but this is how I hunt. So first and foremost, I really get a thrill out of hunting action figures and toys and Hot Wheels, etc. I typically will give myself an entire day just to do it. I'll get up in the morning. I have a pattern that I have set. I know which direction I'm going, so I can make a big kind of loop around the town, hit up all the different spots, and then by the time I'm done, I'm tired, I'm exhausted. I'm either defeated because I didn't find anything, or I'm riding high because I found everything. But I always kind of like make it where I can basically make a giant circle and end up right back at my house by the time at the end of the day. That's me. Me and my friends have done that for years. I like to go out with a couple of my crew, and it makes it easier to hunt and find things, because sometimes you're so focused on looking for something that you miss something else, right? So that's tip number one. First off, do not set your mind to you must have, or you're looking for one thing, because by doing so, you're going to completely miss others. For instance, when I would hunt Hot Wheels, I'd be like, okay, I'm looking for this treasure hunt. I can't tell you how many times I've missed the Gotta Go, the Tarzan Express, because I wasn't thinking about that treasure hunt. I was thinking about the Batmobile, right? So don't set your mind to I'm going out to find this one particular thing. Now, the caveat to that is when you're looking for that, you can sort of like, you hone in on it. You know what you're looking for, certain box colors, you're looking for certain packaging. It helps you define and look for something like that, but it can also hurt you when you find something you weren't looking for. So take that as you will. Again, I try not to focus on one thing I'm looking for, just for the fact that I will miss something. Next is try to frequent your locations, right? Try to go to the same places over and over and over again. And this is going to do you a few favors as you're collecting. One, it helps you learn the store's stocking and inventory times. So when they get trucks, when they put the products out on the shelf, it'll help you meet the store employees, which sounds counterproductive, I know, but the more they see you there, the better chance you have at saying hello, greeting them greeting you, you guys striking up small chat, and them finding out what you're looking for and potentially helping you. Now, again, this is my trick, right? I know that a lot of stores see collectors as these basement dwelling trolls that show up unshaven, unbathed, stained shirts. They come in, they hyper focus on a particular product line, they stick there, they destroy the aisle, they destroy the area, and then they leave without buying anything. We all know this collector, okay? I've got one specifically in mind from Michigan that everyone knew him. Everyone knew when he'd make it to the store, because he would literally spend 4 hours in the Hot Wheels section organizing every single car. Now, it's not a bad thing. He never bothered anybody. Great guy. Wealth of knowledge. He knew every variant, every wheelbase, every manufacturer. Like, he knew it all. But at the same token, like, some of the stores would be like, yo, what is this guy doing? Like, security would follow him around, be like, what is he doing? It's just what he'd like to do. He'd go into a store, he'd organize the Hot Wheels, look for every single wheel variant, buy up everything that he didn't have, and he'd be on his way. But it has that stigmata to the collectors, right? And that's no different than if you're a Ken or a Karen and you go to the store and you're like, I know the inventory online says that you got 15 of this Hot Wheel, or you got 15 of these G.I. Joes, and there's none on the shelf. That means you've got them all in the back room and you're hoarding them, and you make a big scene to be a big jerk. That doesn't help anybody. That's not getting you anywhere. They may go find something to shut you up, but you're making it worse for all the other collectors, okay? So don't do that. So go frequently, build a rapport, be a good person, be a nice person, and the store staff will tend to help you. They'll be like, yeah, I'll run in the back and I'll get you something. Or, yeah, we haven't gotten anything, but we got a shipment coming in on Wednesday. Whatever the situation is. Now, again, lots of caveats. There are stores, Target, I'm looking at you, that will typically post, we have a collector policy, we don't help you. Because they had so many people walking in wanting their exclusives, having them run in the back every 5 minutes, doing location checks, all this other kind of nonsense. Target was just like, we're done with it, right? If it's not on the shelf, we don't have it, don't ask, we're not going to help you. And they told their employees, don't help people. Now, when I used to do it back in the day, obviously I would help out people that were nice human beings. Collectors would be like, hey, I'm looking for this. Have you seen it? I'm only looking for XYZ piece. I don't need 50 of them. I just need one for my collection. I had one guy I dealt with exclusively for Star Wars. I would hook him up. I'd go get him a case. He'd pick out what he needs. He'd tell me what he was looking for. I'd make sure maybe they got held for him. And in return, he'd hook me up. Hey, you look for this variant. You're looking for that. I got you. I found an extra, right? You can work that type of rapport, but you do that with frequency by being a regular. So that's my second tip. Tip number 3 is think about and go to the places other people don't. Okay? And how do you do that? Well, first off, find out who carries exclusive product. Here's one for you. Did you know that AutoZone has their own exclusive monster truck, Jeep Falcon designed monster truck? They did an entire 4 different monster trucks exclusively to AutoZone. Did you know that AutoZone typically carries the premium Hot Wheels? So if you're looking for the new Matrix one, or you're looking for the new Jetsons, etc., they're probably going to get it before Target or Walmart. Now you do. 7-Eleven, your major convenience store gas station chains. 7-Eleven, Safeway, they all carry Hot Wheels. 7-Eleven carries Funko. They even have their own exclusive. Go to the gas station. The grocery stores, huge. I find more treasure hunts at Publix than I find at Walmart or Target. It's just they keep a small set of inventory. They get like 1 case at a time. As soon as they blow through it, they order another case. They get it stocked, and it's normally a fresh, brand new case and normally new product. They're not holding on to a lot of peg warmers, dead inventory. So going to the grocery store. Where do you find them in the grocery store? There's a couple places. Primarily, you want to go down where like kids and kids snacks go. So go down the aisles with the cereals. You'll see Hot Wheels sometimes on hangers. My Publix keeps them in a toy section next to the Hallmark greeting cards. The Publix by a friend's house, her Publix has them on a side cap over by the baby stuff next to seafood. The Publix up the road, they keep theirs on the side cap either up by the candy or over by the ice cream. Again, because those are where kids go for treats, etc. Who else? Kroger. Kroger has an exclusive mail away for Target, Kroger has an exclusive mail away for Mattel, or at least they did last year. They stock Hot Wheels and they stock action figures. So go to your grocery stores. Kroger, H-E-B, Aldi will actually normally carry a lot of toys during Christmas. When Masters of the Universe Classics were out, or the pre-Masters of the Universe Classics, the 2000X line, Aldi used to get all the brand new Masters of the Universe, and we would find all kinds of chases in there because no one thinks about going there. So gas stations. Again, automotive stores. AutoZone, whatever the other place is. It's just like AutoZone. Pep Boys. CVS and Walgreens. Walgreens has exclusive Funkos. Walgreens has exclusive Hot Wheels. Go to your like I said, your CVS's, your Walgreens. Go to your pharmacies. They're going to carry them. Those are like small, quick pick-me-up items, convenience items. They're going to have them. You're going to find potentially more chases there. Or even, again, if you find the Walgreens exclusives, trade them up to treasure hunts and super hunts, or trade them for the whatever exclusive pop they have for one that they don't. You got to realize a lot of these stores, because the distribution is so sparse, My store may have 50 exclusives. Yours has none. I could go in there, pick you up 2 or 3. I pick up me 1. I trade you 2. You give me 2 things that I need from your area. Meijer, it's a grocery store chain in the central U.S. They have a gold, they've been running gold cards. You buy 10, you get a free gold one. I don't have a Meijer here. I got friends in Michigan that hook me up. They go to Meijer, they pick them up, they ship them to me. I hook them up with discounts and other stuff, whatever they want to trade. So your grocery stores, your gas stations, your Dollar Tree, your Family Dollar, your Ollie's, Dollar General, Big Lot, Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, Dollar Store, everything's $1. These places all carry die-cast because they're $1. So Family Dollar is notorious for carrying way more Matchbox than they do Hot Wheels. Pull up a Super Chase out of a Family Dollar before I'll pull it out of a Target because people aren't going to Family Dollar. Again, these locations may be in the maybe not so rich part of town, right? Or they're more lower class, is what they consider lower class. They put these stores in those parts of town because of the clientele. But at the same token, they get Hot Wheels because they're cheap. They get die-cast because they're cheap. I find tons of Hot Wheels at Family Dollar, especially when I'm hunting, hunting cars for a friend, like the Jeeps, etc. I can pull multiples of one value. Dollar General did 4 exclusive colors for their mail away with Mattel. So think about going to those places. Go into the parts of town you wouldn't typically go to. You're gonna find a lot. Go into your older town, right? If I go I go about an hour north, I hit like an area of town that's like all retirement communities. Grandma and Grandpa ain't out there every day hunting for Hot Wheels. I'm gonna find some. So why not? And I don't know what that was, by the way. Helicopter or neighbor's muffler falling off. I don't know. Gotta love doing almost semi-live videos when you're doing recording. I'm not doing edits. We go in raw. Take it or leave it. Okay, so that's kind of where. Now when. Every store is different. So there used to be a thing where stores only stocked overnight. Well, that was causing a problem with collectors because all the collectors would pile up out front of the store at 9 a.m. As soon as the door opened, they would all bum rush the toy department. They'd all fight and haggle over new case, new stock, whatever. So stores started to stagger their replenishment. They've gotten it down to a science now where if the product comes off a truck, if there aren't X amount needed, they won't even stock the case. They just send the case right to back stock. And then throughout the day, the teams that replenish the inventory will pull it and do that stock. Now, that doesn't mean first thing in the morning you're not going to find new inventory. That is an absolute viable time. I get more lucky at Targets at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Sometimes 2 when I'm off for lunch, whatever I'm doing. But again, you'll know that by earning rapport with the people that stock of when they're going to replenish and if they can go in the back and hook you up. Walmart's, there was always a theory behind Walmart and even Meijer because, again, they did those overnight stocking when customers weren't there, so they would pull pallets on the floor. That's where the name pallet diving came from. You would get a pallet or a tub full of product, all the boxes are stocked. The person running the inventory, putting product out, maybe be down the Barbie aisle, but you see 2 or 3 cases of Hot Wheels. You're going to dive right into that pallet. You're going to yank them out. You're going to cut them open. You're going to look for what you need. You're going to put it back politely, and then you're going to leave. Or maybe do them a solid, put it on the shelf. That's an etiquette thing, and like I said, I want to get into that. But that's where pallet diving came from, right? Going late at night for these 24-hour stores, and when they bring the inventory out when there's less customers, going through all the boxes before they even get a chance to stock it. That's an option. You won't really know, and there's no good answer unless you earn that rapport with your stockers and your stores, or even if you don't want to talk to people, just go in, look around, take note. Oh wow, today's Tuesday, it's 10 in the morning. That looks like there's a fresh case out. Nothing good that I want. Cool. You go back on Wednesday, same inventory. By Friday, looks like there's been new inventory, been a restock. You can start to like mentally, okay, they must get trucks on like Monday nights into Tuesday morning, Thursday nights into Friday morning. They restock between X time and X time. A lot of planning sometimes goes into this, right? Like I said, me and my friends, we would plan hitting, we could hit 25 to 100 stores depending on how many cities we went to, how we felt that day, and how lucky we got just by getting up in the morning and be like, okay, I can hit, there's the Big Lot, the Dollar General, the Family Dollar, 7-Eleven, Walmart number 1, go up 6 miles, there's a Best Buy. Oh, that's another one, Best Buy. Best Buy used to only carry collectibles when they were tie-ins to movie releases. Now, Best Buy has an entire toy and collectible section. Funkos, Hot Wheels, Legos, you name it. Best Buy is another spot you can hit. Yeah, and like I said, get online. Find out who has exclusives, because there's going to be stores you didn't think about to check, like AutoZone. Who would have thought about hitting AutoZone? Well, they've got exclusive Hot Wheels because they carry Hot Wheels. That's the prime of, hunting. Those are my prime hunting tips. Like some of the places to look for, making sure you go frequently enough to learn when they stock, make a rapport with the staff, and then just keep going. Some days you're going to hit every store and you're going to pull something. I think, what was it? Probably right before Thanksgiving. I can't tell you. I pulled 4 treasure hunts in less than an hour. I walked into Publix, pulled the Mini Cooper. I walked into the next Publix. I pulled there was that clear one, that pink and clear one, whatever it was. I don't even remember. It wasn't that important. Went into Walgreens, pulled a Jeep treasure hunt. Turned around, walked into Dollar Tree, pulled another Jeep treasure hunt. Like, I hit 4 in an hour, and then I'll have a dry spell like my dating game and not pull anything for months. So, it is what it is. So that's my tips and tricks for collecting or for hunting. I want to go over, I'm just going to take this video for a minute. I want to talk about the etiquette of hunting. So yes, I personally feel there's an etiquette. Again, these are my personal guidelines and feelings. Do what's best for the situation, but here we go. So we've already talked about it. Be nice to the store associates, but also take a few minutes out of your day while you're hunting and pick up after yourself. Don't make a mess in the toy department. So you're flipping through action figures, they're heavy, they fall off the hang tab, they land on the shelf. You turn around and you're flipping through Hot Wheels and 4 or 5 fall over. Or you walk into an aisle and they're already laying on the shelf because a hunter's already beat you there, and you see that there's nothing you want. Pick them up. It'll take you 30 seconds. Pick them up, make them nice on the hook. What does that do? Well, one, it breaks the stigmata that every collector is a basement dwelling, pizza roll stained, non-shaved, no bath, doesn't know how to use deodorant, smelly person, and that your trailer trash. Like, you have some common decency, take pride in the fact that you're out hunting collectibles, that this is your hobby, this is what you like. That's my etiquette item number 2. Number 3 is, again, be polite to the staff. Like, yes, today's day and age, I can run into Stock Checker, I can type in a SKU, and I can tell you how many Xboxes or how many Tiger Force Target exclusive G.I. Joe classified figures that store should have because the inventory says it's there. Here's the problem with those systems. First off, they don't take into account the human factor. One, did it actually make it to the truck? So did it actually get delivered? Did the department put it in the right area of the stockroom so that it makes it to the floor? Did someone steal them? Are they being held for a promotion where the store manager doesn't want them on the shelf? All these items the computer can't take into account. So don't go into the store demanding that a store go find something for you because the computer says. I don't care what the computer says. The computer can't take into account all the human factors. Also, by doing that, you just add to the stigmata that we're just demanding, no respect, like they're just a stock person and I'm here spending my money so you work for me. Shut up. Okay? No. They work for a corporation that pays them probably minimum wage to stock shelves and to answer you where you can find the toilet paper in aisle 12. That's their job. They don't need to give you anything more than that. So don't be that person. Be polite. If they tell you no, you can mention it. Oh, wow, the computer says. By accident, I was in a Target. I was like, hey, the computer says you've got this filing cabinet that I'm using. Like, can you show me where it's at? I'm missing it. And the lady's like, oh, you're in the wrong store. You're in Brooksville. We're actually Spring Hill. Like, it was a complete screw up. But stuff like that happens. So don't, if you go into a store and you're like, hey, it says right here that this Target's got 2 cases of the new Tiger Force Outback guy. I want 2 of them. And the store goes, bro, we ain't got them. Don't make a scene. You're an adult. You should be an adult. Act like it. Also, of course, we kind of touched about it, but hygiene, please, for the love of everyone around you, wear deodorant, or at least a nice cologne. Like, God. And I get it. Sometimes you just don't want to shower. You're running quick. You had to run up to the grocery store, get some milk or get some dog food, and don't need a shower. Brush your teeth. Don't be the smelly kid in class. Y'all haven't seen that movie, Adam Sandler, Big Daddy. You don't want to be the smelly kid in class. You don't want to be the stinky collector. And again, we all know him, okay? We've seen him. We've ran into him every day. Other collector etiquette. Act like you have some social skills. Say hello. If you and another collector make it to the Hot Wheels or the Star Wars, the G.I. Joe section at the same time, say hello. Be like, hey, I'm looking for this. Are you looking for the same thing? Hey, if you see this, holler. Is there something you're looking for I can help you find? I'll search these pegs, you search those pegs. For the most part, we're all decent people, right? We all just want to collect toys. We want a cool collection. That's all we really want. And yes, we want some hard to finds. But if you both run into each other at the same time, first person that gets the right peg, great. But don't knock each other over. Act like an adult. At the end of the day, they're just toys. He who dies with the most toys still dies. Okay? All right, now that we covered that, next part about etiquette and other collectors, like I said, be cool with each other, say hello. I mean, I had one collector help me out. I was like, hey, man, I'm looking for Hot Wheels and Jeeps. There's this new Jeep that came out. My friend collects them. If you find any you don't need, let me know. I'd like to get them. Guy's like, yeah, cool. All of a sudden, he's handing me like 10 Jeeps because the side he's on's got more Jeeps than I've got. He's like, hey, did you check the bucket around the corner? No, didn't even know that was over there. Thanks a lot. Then he'd be like, yo, I'm looking for XYZ. It's like, oh, I don't collect those, but I just saw them at Publix about 10 minutes ago. Good luck. I've ran into scenarios where, like, you go to a store and you get lucky and there's 2 treasure hunts or of the same car and the peg. I don't see a problem with you buying both of them. Target back in August did that when they were doing their mail-in promo for their Bronco. Dumped like 3 cases in. I pulled out 2 of the D100 Ford treasure hunt trucks, right? No other collectors around. I took them both. Now, what am I doing with it? One I was putting on the website, the other I was keeping. If I had more of them already, then I would save them for either resale or to trade fodder. I mean, it's nothing for me to have 4 or 5 treasure hunts or chase turtles or whatever sitting in my inventory, and I'll trade them for stuff that I want for my personal collection, right? That's perfectly fine with me. I don't see that as being like greedy or being a hoarder. And hey, if you walk into a store and you pull out 7 treasure hunts and no one else is there, I'm for it. Take them. Because more than likely, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt that you're going to trade them for something that you need, or you're going to sell them to buy at secondary market one that you don't have, okay? I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with is you walk into a store, you've knocked over some old man while he's trying to find Hot Wheels just so you can pull the 2 or 3 treasure hunts, like, oh, I got him, and you run. That annoys me. That's being a douchebag. But if there's another collector there, and I've already pulled, let's say the Jeep treasure hunt, I think I had like 5 of them at one point. I pull 5 of those Jeeps, and I walk into a store, and there's a 6th one on the shelf, and there's another collector looking. I'm gonna be like, yo, man, did you get that Jeep treasure hunt? Instinctively, people are going to tell you the truth, especially when you catch them off guard and they didn't expect you to talk to them. And it's like, no, I haven't got that one yet. Here, I've already got a handful. Take this one, it's yours, right? Again, be decent because that's going to come around. In some aspects, I believe in karma. It will in times pay off. And you're going to find sometimes you're into a collector that hooked you up for no reason. Karma, man, just pass along. We're all just having fun here. What else? I mean, really, that's it. That's kind of my thing with etiquette. When you're pallet diving, like I said, don't be rude to the store. Typically, if I see an associate sitting there while I'm about to dive a pallet, I will politely ask, hey, can I go through that case real quick? I'll put them up for you if you like, or I'll make sure to leave them here. I'll put them back nice. I won't tear it up. Most of the time, they're cool about it. Some stores, again, they have a policy. No, you're not allowed to go through it if the store associate hasn't opened the box for inventory reasons. Look, that's bull, because inventory, they pay outside companies and teams of them to count every item. Whether it's a sealed box or not, it doesn't really change the inventory company, and it doesn't help. So if they give you that line, the stores just had bad collectors come in and trash their areas, and they just don't want you to be that guy. Okay? So don't be that guy. So that's it. I mean, this video ran a little long. I've ran a few now, almost 30 minutes, but I think this topic deserved the time. Hopefully they gave you some ideas on places to look, places to check, how to deal and act in public when you're dealing with store associates and some store policies. yeah, I mean, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Feel free to leave some comments for me. I typically will always respond unless you're being a douche in my comments, in which case I'm just going to randomly spit something back at you because I don't care. All right, y'all. We'll catch you next time. Thanks for subscribing if you're a subscriber. If you're not, please subscribe, like, share. Let me know what else you want to see, and we'll be back later with some more videos. Thanks, guys.